يا راغبا في كل علم نافع.
ينمو العلم ويتقدم بتقنياته ومجالاته، ومعه نطور أدواتنا في تقديم العلم الشرعي. أكاديمية
زاد أكاديمية ينبوعها صاف ليروي غلة الظمآن. وتعلم الفقه الميسر عاملا بالشرع دون تعصب لفلان. بشرى لنا زاد أكاديمية للعلم كالأزهار في البستان.
بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وآله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه. أما بعد. There are a number of contemporary types of competitions that may include gambling. And the most famous, which we see in the outer world, where you go and see people playing cards, playing poker, playing roulette, blackjack, and the likes. All of these are straightforward gambling and haram. The Prophet ﷺ said in an authentic hadith, there should be no prize except for a camel race, archery, or contest or races on horseback. These three types, scholars differed how to interpret it. Some say that this is related to jihad. So camelback, archery, and horse race is related to jihad. These are the tools that were known to be used at times of jihad and fighting the enemies of Islam. Therefore, Islam permitted allocating prizes for that. The prizes must not be in the form of gambling. So let's assume I'm on my horse, my friend is on his horse, and we challenge one another. Whoever reaches the end line first wins. And we put 1,000 euros each. That is pure gambling. The definition of gambling is either you lose all or you win all. So the 1,000 euros I've invested, I'm risking losing it if I lose the race. But if I win all the thousands from the participants. And this is pure gambling. It's haram. But if one of us puts a prize, that's permissible. If the government puts a prize, then we can compete. If the audience puts the prize, that is also fine and permissible. And from what was mentioned earlier, some scholars said that you can have such contents and you could have some competitions when it's related to any type of training for jihad, such as motorcycle races for armies and the likes, tanks, airplanes, fighters, and something that is related. And you could also put wrestling in it because it increases the endurance and the power of the soldier. You could put Islamic competitions, contests, such as memorizing the Quran or writing researches on an Islamic topic and put prize money on that. All of this is permissible, insha'Allah. Other competitions, scholars differed. So competitions in geography, in mathematics, and history, if there is no prize from one of the participants, that's fine. What if there is a prize, but from an external entity? Some say this is haram because of the hadith. And the most authentic opinion is that as long as the competition is halal and the prize money is given externally from a sponsor, then what's the problem? This in Islam is known as ju'ala, prize for doing something or finding something or achieving something. And this is totally fine without a problem, inshallah. Now, if the competition is based on haram, then definitely the prize and the whole competition is haram. And it's not permissible. As we find someone participating in a dance competition and they win the first prize, totally haram. Singing competition, haram. Drawing human beings or living creatures, we know that such drawings are haram, and the likes. So people have to avoid these things. Among the most famous contests and competition nowadays is phone calls. So they charge you per phone call a specific amount of money, hoping that if you answer few questions or you enter the draw, you may win the house of your dreams. You may win a trip to Hawaii. You may win a gold bar. And all of these are pure haram gambling schemes. But they are so widely spread, unfortunately, even among the Muslims. Part of the haram competitions are the multi-level marketing, the MLM, multi-layer, multi-level marketing schemes, or the pyramid schemes, where they tell you to buy an item from them so that you would qualify. Then you become one of their agents to market it to others. And the more customers that buy from you and they turn into agents, the more money and commission you will get. This is totally haram, and the fatwas are clear in that. Why? If they were sincere and earnest, they would not have ordered you to buy first in order to become an agent. I didn't buy except with my eyes on the commission. So I bought this item, though I know it's not worth the price I'm paying, in order to be enlisted in the scheme, so I can recruit other fools like myself, and when they become agents, whatever transactions they make and commissions they make, I get a portion of that. This is totally haram and not permissible. Lottery is the most famous and widely spread competition that is haram everywhere. You go to anywhere in Europe or in the US, even grocery shops, 9-11s, gas stations would be involved in selling the lottery tickets. And everybody's checking at the end of the week. Did I hit the jackpot? Sometimes it can be $100 million. Sometimes it reaches $400 million. And what is this? It's all throwing money down the drain. Some airports you go to, you would find a nice Porsche or an Aston Martin that costs a lot of money. And they say to you, pay X amount of money and you'll be one of 2,000 lucky ones to win this car. And so many times people walk through or buy that car and say, wow, if I just pay this negligible amount to me, it's nothing, but I can win this beautiful car. This is how shaitan tempts people, and all of this is consuming the wealth of people through haram means. And Allah Azza wa Jal says in the Quran, and do not consume one another's wealth unjustly. Do not. One would say or argue, Shaykh, I'm the buyer of the lottery ticket and I'm happy. And they who are organizing the lottery competition or whatever you call it, they're happy. So what's the problem? It is still haram because the consumption of the wealth is there and it's unjust. You're buying the ticket hoping to win. If I come to you after 2 years of buying it every week and not winning, how do you feel? Miserable. You're cursing them for taking your money. They didn't hit you on the back of your hand. You're the one who came to them willingly. So being content and fine with it does not make the transaction halal. If a man and a woman meet and they decide to fornicate, they're both happy and they're both having a good time, that doesn't mean that what they're doing is halal. هذا والله أعلم ونسبة العلم إليه أسلم وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على عبده ورسوله نبينا محمد.
يا راغبا في كل علم نافع
ينمو العلم ويتقدم بتقنياته ومجالاته، ومعه نطور أدواتنا في تقديم العلم الشرعي. أكاديمية
زاد أكاديمية ينبوعها صاف ليروي غلة الظمآن، وتعلم الفقه الميسر عاملا بالشرع دون تعصب لفلان. بشرى لنا زاد أكاديمية للعلم كالأزهار في البستان.